friends, I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Beaded Life. So I'm here today because I have the new curated bead box ready for you for, is it December? It is December. Today's December 2nd. Wow, okay. Feel like I'm a little bit behind on the year for some reason. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab that real quick and then we're gonna open it up and design something with it. I'll be right back. Okay, so December's curated bead box is Winter Vineyard. So curated bead box is a monthly subscription, comes right to your door. It's roughly around $20 a month. You get beads and findings. You get like a full finding kit. So it's really great for someone who's just kind of starting out, trying to build up their their supplies and stuff. It's great for somebody who is already a seasoned beader and just likes to have some little extra stuff in their stash. And it's really great because I don't buy memory wire, you guys. I just get it sent to me from Curated Bead Box every month. So I think I've purchased memory wire, excuse me, one time in like the last 2 years. So yeah, I don't buy it very often. So anyway, so we have our whole list of items that are going to be in here. Some of these have item numbers that you can find more of them at dollarbead.com. And so if you see something on here that has an item number, you would be able to order more of that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And I like to start with the larger beads. They give you, it's usually 10 millimeter, 8 millimeter, and 6 millimeter. So we're going to start with the 10 millimeter, which I don't even know. Is that 10? Yeah, it's 10. Okay. I'm like, sometimes I have a hard time like seeing which one is 10 millimeter or what. All right. So I have the 10 millimeter red brown swirl marble glass bead, and you get an 8-inch strand. So these are really cool. I like that you have, it's not really even a red, it's like a pink, which is really, really pretty. So you got that pink and that really pretty brown color. I like this strand right here. This is really cute. So there's that one. And then we have, oh, here we go. This one is Green Blossom Spray glass bead. So what this is, it is 10 millimeters, but they're a green clear glass bead, and it has like little like spray splotches of blue on the beads. So that's kind of unique, very different. Next we have the khaki duo style glass bead. This is also a 10 millimeter. So it's khaki in color, but you do have some dark, like little veining in it, which kind of makes it reminiscent of a gemstone, but it's glass. And then we have the dark red gray duo style glass bead. So just kind of like the khaki one, except for this one really has like a duo color to it. You have red and like a purpley color. So you have those. Next we have our 8 millimeter strand, which is a drizzled deep silver glass bead. It's a 10.5-inch strand. So this one, it kind of has a lot of texture to it because they're dipped in their paint, right? But then they're drizzled as well. So you get these like little textury spots on some of the beads, which is really kind of cool. Like, I don't know if you can see it or not, probably not. But like right here, you can really tell, but we have that. So it looks like silver is probably going to be our metal tone for this month. And then the last thing we have is 6 millimeter white glass pearl beads, and they are on a 16-inch strand. So here's our glass pearl beads, and these are actually done pretty well. Like I like them. Like I'm not seeing a lot of problems. Sometimes when glass beads are painted, you'll see some like chipping around here. But yeah, they look really good. They're in really good shape. So, and it has a very nice like little sheen to it, which makes it feel even more like a pearl, right? So, and that's a good strand. It's like a nice long one. All right, now we're going to get into some of the other stuff that we have. So we have a 6mm white opaque glass seed bead mix. So it's just white seed beads, and you get about an ounce of them, so that's a good amount. And they are 6-0, so these make really great spacers. You can do some little seed beady stuff with them. They're just not going to be, they're not uniform. They're kind of like a, like a free-form seed bead, I guess, if you want to describe it that way. Some are thicker, some are shorter. So these are fun to play with too. We have those. Then we have, now these are some of my favorite beads from Curated Bead Box. These are 20 by 12 milky white pressed glass drop beads, and you get 6 of them. Whenever I would get these, it would make me really happy because I like the way they feel. They're that milky glass, and they're actually really, really cool. And they're a big drop. Like, these make some really nice chunky earrings, and I like that. Next we have 10mm silver iron spacer beads, and you get about 12 beads. Okay, so these are hollow silver, so silver beads, so you don't have to worry about them being like super weighty, which is really nice because if you're already creating with a bunch of glass beads, your piece could be heavier anyway. But this is a really pretty like silver spacer to have. I like those. And then we have large crystal glass beads. So there's 4 beads, and it looks like it's 2 of each kind. Oh yeah, okay, so we have some like diagonally drilled cubes. These are fun. These are super cool. Oh, I like those. And then we have these, which they're drilled at the top here, so they kind of like hang a little bit lower. These are going to be really fun to play with too. I think we could do like a really cool pair of leather earrings with these. I might have to go break out the leather, guys. Maybe that's what we'll do, is we'll do some leather jewelry. All right. And then we have our 52 by 10mm silver long metal pendant, and you get 3 of them. These are really cool pendants. I like that. And I like how you get 3 of them. Like, I could see this being an earring too. Honestly, all you really need to do is do like a little bead up here at the top, do a hook, and you're done. Earrings. Boom. Just like that. That's really cool. And then one of the other things they gave us too for this month's picks is it's 1mm silver necklace memory wire, and you get 10 spirals, which is a lot, you guys. This is a lot of memory wire necklace material here. You can make a ton of necklaces with this. So that's a great addition. And then, of course, in addition to that is our findings pack. So if you're new, I'll just go over the findings pack with you really quick. So they send you memory wire of the metal that they're using. They send you some tiger tail, which is basically like a 7-strand beading wire. You get some head pins. You get some crimp beads. You get some ear wires, some clasps, some stretch cord, and some jump rings. So really great like starter here, but these colors look really nice. Like when I first opened the box and pulled back the tissue paper, I was like, well, it doesn't seem very colorful. But then now as I'm looking at it more and more like on my desk, I actually like it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make some jewelry. I know for sure I do want to make a pair of earrings using these. And maybe this would be really cute as just like a part of maybe as part of a pendant on a necklace. That could be really pretty. What do you guys think? And then we could probably do a memory wire necklace. I'm thinking, guys, or maybe we'll just do a stringing necklace right now. I'm trying to think of what I'd want to team up with it, because I really like this green, and I'm really liking this. But then I also really like the glass pearls. And I kind of feel like if we do the glass pearls, do we want to just leave it white and icy like this? Or do we want to put in some other color? Like, do we want to add in maybe some of this pink and brown? It actually looks really good. And maybe some of the silver spacers. You guys, I'm thinking. All right, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to pull this out. This is going to be our necklace. And I kind of want to do it. I think, you know what? I think maybe we will do it on here. I think we will. Because I think, you know what would be really cool is if we did it to where the opening was in the front and you had like your crystal and your charm or your pendant hanging from both sides, but maybe one longer than the other. That could be cool. All right, I think I might have an idea. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some other supplies, and I'm going to clean up what we're not going to use, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I gathered up some supplies, and I made the first earring, and I'm going to show you how to make it. It's a very simple earring, and it's really only using 3 items: the bead, the leather, and the ear wire. The only thing I had to pull from my stash from this is the leather. So I decided to use, it's called, I think it's like pearl something. Oh, it's just pearl. There we go. So I thought that would be really pretty. And I used a little GS Hypo cement in the cracks of my barrel knot there, just to like hold it all together really well. And so we're going to start with the earring first so we can let the other one dry too. So you're going to need, I'm using 1.5 millimeter leather, and you can use whatever color you like. You could probably even, if you have this, you can get away with probably a 2 millimeter leather if you wanted to, if you have that. I do like the round leather when it comes to stuff like this though. It just, for me, it seems that it works better. And you're going to want about 10 inches of your leather. And so we're just going to cut that. We're going to string our bead on. We're going to leave one side longer, one side shorter. The shorter side, you're going to fold into a loop. The longer side, you're going to end up using that to make your knot. So you're going to be wrapping that around. I'm going to put my noodle bead right here so that it's laying just like this with my 2 pieces of leather next to each other from the loop. And then we're going to start up here above my thumb, and then we're going to go underneath that one and just around and around. Looks like I went around 4 times. And then we're going to put this through our noodle, and it's not going to go all the way out through the end, so it's not going to poke out through the end, but the noodle just kind of helps carry that wire through your knot. So now you can see I have my leather right here, and I can just pull, and I'm still hanging on to the knot as I'm pulling a little bit. And you can pull to tighten. Oop, don't pull too hard. You do like I do, because the one moves it and the other one tightens it. So you are going to want to adjust it to where you get the same like size loop. So that's pretty much the same. Let me see. Yeah, so now I'm going to pull on the top one here to tighten that knot. We'll just tighten that down. And you just pull on that one until it's tight. Make sure you have everything where you want it to be. And then those two should match pretty well. Looks like I could pull this one down just a tad bit. Yeah, that matches pretty good. All right, so then we're going to snip off our leather. Wonder which side of this would be better for me to move this over to the side here. Okay. And so let me go ahead and do this. Hold on one second. I can hear my old cat scratching at the door. One sec. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. He needed me for a second. And when the old guy needs me, I go. All right, so let me go ahead and snip this off. And then see, that's all we have for waist. So it's not much. All right, so now we can put our ear wire on. And I'm using the ear wires from the box. There we go. And then we can just use some of our GS Hypo cement. I need a new tube of this really bad. And we can just squeeze just a little bit out and kind of like get it in the seams of that leather. And you just kind of spread it around on there. It's going to dry nice and clear, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, and then we can let him dry too, just like that. So there's our other pretty, look at how sparkly that ball is going to be. I remember getting some of these from them before, and I really liked them, and I was going to use them the one day, and I totally forgot about them, and now I'm remembering that I still actually have them. But yeah, these are pretty. They're going to be very sparkly. All right, we'll put those down. Let me cap up my glue here. Oh, one second. Grab something to wipe it off with real quick. There we go. Put our pin in. And all closed up. All right, so next thing we're going to do, we are going to make a necklace. And I contemplated using the stuff. But then I'm like, I don't know, because I really want to use those pendants. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe, yeah, I don't know. I think I kind of want to more have them like, so it's like this. Because I think that would be really cool. But I think in order to carry like the leather over, maybe we could do this. I wonder if we can get, no, we won't be able to get both in there. I'll say if we can get both in there, that would be really, really cool. But maybe what I could do, I'm trying to think of maybe I could do a knot here. And then have this one on top. That's using an awful lot of leather. And I think that honestly would be better off just using our findings. So like our eye pin for this and probably a jump ring. I think we might need a jump ring maybe. Oh, actually, you know what? We can use, I have some 20 gauge craft wire here. I don't have much of it left on the spool, so we might as well use this, right? As a matter of fact, that's what came off. Okay, so we're going to want, I'm kind of thinking probably about 6 or 7 inches of this. So let's grab that. I don't need my noodle. And then we're going to make kind of a larger loop down here. And I think maybe we're going to want to use the bail making pliers because you can make a much larger loop. And I think this one would be probably a good size. Oh, I'm doing the opposite. I'm like, wait a minute. It always takes me a second to get my bearings, but this one, because there's like 2 different sizes. So I'm like, am I doing this right? Oh, I was still doing it wrong. You guys, no matter what I do, some days. All right. That's not okay. That's not going to be any good. Okay, so maybe we just need to do it with the, because I'm not good at the bail making pliers. I need to keep practicing with those. Like sometimes I'm really with it and I'm really good. Sometimes I'm not. And you know what? That's not going to come out. I really ruined that part. All right. Maybe we can get away with a shorter piece. We'll see. So let me just bring it down here. I'm so much better with these. Okay. And then we can pop it open. Let's close it up. Okay, there we go. And that fits on top of it really nice. Oh, I like that. It kind of reminds me of like a chandelier. That's really cool. And then we should have plenty of space up here. To do our wire wrap loop. I kind of want to make the one longer than the other. So I think I would like to add like some beads to it maybe. So there's the one. We're gonna want to turn that. All right, so there's one side. And then for the other side, I think maybe we'll throw on like a silver bead, like in between that and this. And then I'm trying to think. I wonder if I should do one of these colored ones. Let's cut this up and see. Oh, actually, I kind of like that. Yeah, that might be actually pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to use this, probably this entire piece. Well, I'll use most of this piece. We're going to just, you know, keep this one like whole. And then whatever I don't use, I can just put back in my stash to be used later. But I think we could have a real problem with this getting like down on that little wrap there because I didn't save myself enough room to do it. So that could be an issue. I may end up having to redo that one. I'm not sure. Let me just close this up. Let's make our wrap. Trim that off. Then let's get one of these beads on. Let's put our crystal bead on. Okay, this is going to be really cute, you guys. This necklace is going to be super cute. And our earrings and necklace may not be like a set, but you could still, I think you could still get away with wearing them together. This is really pretty. Like, I just want to hang this just like this and like from my Christmas tree. That'd be another great thing to do with these is, you know, make ornaments, because look at how pretty that is. Maybe I have to get on dollarbead.com and order some of those. I wonder if I'd get them before it's like too late to use them for Christmas. Okay, and then let's do our wrap here. And one more. And see, I still have plenty of this to use somewhere else. Okay, I'll just set it aside. And then we'll just make sure that our loops are facing the way they're supposed to. There we go. Okay, that's going to look really, really cute, I think, you guys. I'm kind of excited about it. All right, so now we need to determine, we really only need one full loop plus a little bit of overhang for our memory wire. Let me find, see, this is the, it's like when you get a slinky tangled up and you're trying to, you know, figure it out. Let me find my end. Where is my end? Oh man, what is this? Okay, so let's do memory wire, I said. It'll be fun, I said. All right, so this would be a full loop right here if I cut it right here. See where my end is? But we want it just a little bit past that, probably about 2 inches past that. Okay, so right about here. So I'm going to get my memory wire cutters. Please do not cut memory wire with your regular cutters. You can get a pair of memory wire cutters pretty inexpensively. So make sure you get a pair of those if you've never worked with memory wire before. Then you want to find the piece that you cut. So I have it right here. And as you beat it, it's going to kind of expand a little bit. I think I cut this too short, guys. I'm going to cut a new piece because I feel like that, I don't know, maybe I was pushing on it or something. All right, so I'm going to leave it flat. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm such a dork. We want to go this way because we want it to overlap. I'm so sorry. You just saw me make a big boo-boo. All right, so let's go this way. Although you guys are probably like, Jody, wait, Jody. Stop right there. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and not put our ends on yet because I don't want to close off either one of my ends. We're going to grab this and pull these off. We're going to open up these little glass pearls and pull some of those off. Oh, I'm not sure how many we'll need, but probably a good handful. And we're going to start with some of those in the back. So let's just go ahead and start stringing on some of these and let them fall to the back of our memory wire. I think maybe let's start with, let's do 5 back there. So I've got 4 and 5. And then we can come around and start doing some of our other beads. So let's grab one of these really pretty colors. Let's grab a silver one. So the really cool thing is you can make great little chokers with these, and you can even like cut these enough to where you can put a clasp on them. So if you want this part front facing, you can. But when you do this part front facing, it leaves it kind of like open and it just ends up looking pretty cool. So that's what we're going to do. So there's that one. And then we can do the same on the opposite side. And then we'll do about 5 more pearls. There's that on each side. Oh, that one's a little lumpy bumpy. It's 3, 4, and 5. And let's do the same thing on this side. Let me have this facing this way so you guys can see it. All right, and then we can do the same thing. We'll use our little marble style bead, our silver spacer, and our marble style bead. And then let's do the same thing over here. Whoops. Okay, we need more pearls. Oh, I keep picking up that lumpy one. Let me just get rid of him over here. There's 4 and 5. And then the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We can do our bigger beads again. Okay, and then it looks like we could use some more pearls, but I don't think we'll get away with 5. I think we'll end up with like maybe 3 on each side. But I could be wrong. We'll start with 3 on each side and see where that goes. Oh, we could definitely do more. I think I could probably get 5 on each side. All right, I'm gonna grab a hold of this. I want one of my little doohickeys that holds the end here. What did I do with it? You know, I was just using it the other day and now, well, maybe we can just be really, really careful on the side here. All right, so I'm going to grab my round nose pliers. And I'm going to, I think I gotta hold this up a little bit. There we go. I want to take my memory wire and I want to bend it out like towards my necklace and just kind of bend past, and we can come back and open it up a little bit just to get our little dangle on it. But let's just go ahead and do this for now. We need 2 more of these beads. All right, we're going to want to trim some of this off, but not much. So I want to leave probably about where my finger is. And we're going to do the loop the same way. So you can see I have it so it goes like towards that side of the necklace. And it takes a little bit of elbow grease to get it to go. But then if you get it a little wonky, you can always come back and fix it with your pliers. And then we're just going to take our pliers. We're just going to open it up ever so slightly. And we're going to hang one of these on here. Close it back up all the way. Make sure it's closed nice. Oh, this is going to be super cute, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited about this. All right, and then put that one on. Make sure it's closed all the way. And here is our necklace. And when you wear it, this is going to weigh a little bit more, so it's going to bring it down. I'll show you guys. I'll put it on for you so you can see it. And like I said, we made one a little bit shorter than the other, just so to give it like a kind of like an asymmetrical look. All right, I'm going to clean this up, and then when I come back, we're going to try on our earrings and we're going to try on our necklace. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so let's get this on. Okay, so I actually, because of the size of my neck, I probably could have brought it in closer, but look at how cool that looks. Now, if you could just imagine it just a little bit closer on somebody with a smaller neck, it would look even better, but I think it looks pretty cool. Like, I like it. And then we have our earrings. There's one. Ooh, I really like the earrings. And you know what? Surprisingly, they're not very heavy. Not very heavy at all, surprisingly. Or maybe my ears are just used to it. I don't know. Could be that. I'm very sparkly. Do you guys think? You like the earrings? Ooh, look at that. Ooh. And then, of course, the necklace. And then you could wear it with like even like another longer necklace, like maybe like one that meets here and does a single drop here. That would be really cool. Anyway, there it is, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a lot of fun for me to make, and I'm so glad that we found some really cute things in there. If you do like the Curated Bead Box and you want to get it sent to you, I do have a promo code in there that gets you 35% off your first box. It's a Wendy35. So your first box is around $13 a month for the first month, and then after that it goes back up to like the 20 some dollar range. I think it's like right around 20 bucks. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful night. And of course, as always, sending you all my love, and I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow too. Bye, everyone.